Life is a chain of moments, and a moment is the currency by which all other resources are gathered and utilized. And like all mortal currency, time is finite. The manner in which we curate and act upon these precious remaining moments is nothing short of what defines us. This is Ben Harkins for Men, the show where you and I face life's most persistent questions with the help of my ultra-qualified team of experts and truth-sayers. Today we examine time management.
Are you looking for answers? Will you find only questions? Ben Harkins for Men, Ben Harkins for Men, Ben Harkins for Men.
Here to offer their insight, social science professor and author of the brand new book, Don't Dream It, How I Learned to Stop Snoring and Start Living, Dr. Catherine Murphy.
Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. Time management is all about cutting corners. I know that right now you're thinking, I'm great at my time management, but there simply aren't enough hours in the day. You're actually wrong. There are enough hours in the day. You're simply not using them. Most people sleep away 1/3 of their life. That's almost 25 years on average. Out of all activities, sleep is the #1 killer of productivity. Studies show that people who are able to eliminate sleep are able to dedicate more time to personal happiness by doubling or sometimes even tripling their productivity. People like Abraham Lincoln, Elon Musk, television's Matt LeBlanc. All of these men sacrifice sleep to maximize their productivity and leave their mark across the world. It's actually well known that award-winning filmmaker Sir Peter Jackson only began practicing not sleeping during the production of Hobbit 1, 2, and 3. And the original Lord of the Rings trilogy spanned 438 shooting days, when Hobbit 1, 2, and 3 only took 266 shooting days.
Oh.
Nearly half the time, Sir Peter Jackson was able to create a second masterpiece that was actually $0.01 billion better. And he lost a lot of weight in the process.
Very efficient.
Yeah, the proof is in Sir Peter Jackson's pudding.
A bit of inspiration there for those who are a little trigger happy with the snooze button. Now, Dr. Murphy, it makes me wonder, what am I going to do with all of this extra time now that I'm not misusing all of those extra hours sleeping?
That's a great question, Ben. I like to recommend focusing on activities dedicated to personal growth and happiness. For example, maybe take a moment to stand and gaze at a photo of a loved one. You could even call that loved one in the night or the very early hours of the morning, write 1 or 2 haikus, or visit the grave of one of your dead heroes. And you'll still have time to tackle that big presentation at work.
Now, Kate, is it not true that extreme sleep deprivation can be fatal?
Fatal? No. Sleeping happens in the brain, not the body, actually. You can't die from lack of sleep, just like how you can't die from an emotion like fear or sadness.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually impossible to die from sleep deprivation. You will go insane, but we both know you can't die from that either. So, however, it can be dangerous to start not sleeping without proper training. And all of those steps can be found in my brand new book that I wrote in only 2 days. It's called Don't Dream It, How I Learned to Stop Snoring and Start Living.
Dr. Catherine Murphy, thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
Before it can be managed, it must first be understood. Here to debate the nature of time is doom advocate Thomas Lundy and temporal shaman Jason Traeger. Gentlemen, welcome. Now, Thomas, so we can better manage the time that we have, in your informed opinion, what is time? How does it work?
Well, Ben, time is a force of nature. It can't be managed. That's like trying to punch a river or herd cats. Time will unfortunately crush us all like a grape betwixt the toothy gears of itself. It's a losing battle. Your entire existence rests at the mercy of incomprehensible entropy on an infinite loop. It's a long, stupid joke, and the punchline is that you're out of time and you've wasted your life.
Okay, and Jason, your opening argument.
My opening argument just to destroy your premise completely. You have your life, right? I have my life. You are born and then you die. And then you die and you're dead forever. That's the idea?
Elementary, in fact,
Well,
yes.
Well, does forever have a beginning or an end? Isn't that what distinguishes eternity? It does not have a beginning or an end. So if you're going to be dead forever someday, that means, it has to mean, you're already dead now.
That's a very a good point, Jason. Thomas, your rebuttal.
Look, take microwaves, for example. Magic food boxes that use time wizardry to turn cold French fries into gross, salty sponge sticks, or water into hotter water. No one understands it, but we trust it. Why? Because we need it. And for what? Popcorn? You think you know how to make popcorn? You don't. How long do you put it in for? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 15 and a half seconds? It's unknowable. You're either done with time still left on the clock and some sneaky tooth-breaking kernel surprises, or you leave it in too long, and you and all your friends have to suffer through a dense black fog of burnt concentrated butter flavoring. Just like life. Either too much too soon or too little too late. What about memories? Do you recall the first time a parental figure ever told you they loved you? You don't, because time ripped that memory away from you like a playground bully and replaced it with a bunch of stuff about The Walking Dead or something like that. Now, thankfully, with my patented three-pronged approach, I'm going to show you.
Let's put the brakes on that for a second.
A camera and a
Talking about
transmission
burnt
fluid?
butter. Let me say this. I'm the butter. I'm the butter. You're the butter. You're the burnt butter. I'm the burnt butter. We're all butter in all directions forever. Life begins and it ends. You die and you're dead forever. The dead can't die, they're already dead. The living live forever. Our death is always in the future. The only place it exists is in the imagination. There cannot be death. All we have is the eternal, burning, deathless, ever-present state of emergent becoming. This, here, now. All there is, point. Infinite space exploded from the point itself concentrated back in, explodes back out, zip, zap. There is no flux, there is no breathing, no death, no breath, no light, no life. I'm the butter, you're the butter,
Wait,
we're the butter.
I'm the butter?
This is all-
Am I alive still?
You tell me, buddy.
And gentlemen, unfortunately, that is all of the time that we have. Thank you to both of you. Time, does it separate things or does it not? Is it one thing or a bunch of things, or is it something else? I think we can all agree that it's pretty neat.
Oh, God.
Our next guest is time counselor Katie Nguyen. Katie?
Ben. Time management is so very important. You see, Ben, I consider punctuality to be a virtue. It isn't just something that you do, it's something that you aspire to. And where would we be without goals? And when would we be without time? So contrary to popular opinion, punctuality is not about arriving early. No, punctuality is about being on time.
And for our viewers, could you delineate those terms?
Well, to be late is to be slovenly, but to be early is a bit desperate. I aim to show up on time, not 1 second before, not 1 second after. The key is to reach what I like to call a state of sublime timeliness.
And you were going to share with us some exercises so we could just stop losing track of all that time.
Right. There's a lot of things that you can do to help improve your sense of time and your time management skills. One thing you can do is you can make it a social activity. Get your friends involved. You know, as often as you can, ask others what time it is. You'll never get the same answer twice.
And just think of how much more free time you'll have as a result of these exercises.
You know, Ben, free time is still time, which makes it invaluable and hardly free.
Yes, I agree. All time is precious.
Right, there are a lot of things you can do in your free time to develop your sense of time. One method of fine-tuning your eye-hand time coordination is to test your reflexes. Here, try dropping this ruler between my fingers and I'll try to catch it.
Okay. Okay. Let's try that again.
Let's do it again. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you almost had that.
Yeah, maybe this. Okay.
Here we go.
You know, this must be this ruler must not be regulation length. Anyway, another thing to do is to practice with a friend. So try to sync up by simultaneously saying the word now.
Just being present with the person. Okay. And now.
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 Now. Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now. Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now. Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now.
Now. And finally, if you really want to learn time and to regiment your body, you can engage in clocking.
Yes. Clocking, which is
Clocking is when you yourself serve as the clock. Try it with me, Ben. Let's each practice clapping on the second, every second. This will help you to learn and internalize the never-ending passage of time.
okay.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And you can do that at home.
My body has always been my town. Is that why I feel like I can't breathe? Why I have to think about you? Why I have to think about you? Why I have to think about you? Activity. I find comfort in constriction. Activity. Why I have to think about you? Why I have to think about you? Why I have to think about you?